Hey guys, Aaron Cybertron Zhang here, and today I'm back with another episode of Road to Ranked where I climb the online VGC 20 ladder and provide live commentary as I go. We're just jumping into today's episode. For the last 2 days, I've been using the team that was able to get number 1 on the ladder, and for the first game today, we're actually up against Colin Heyer, who finished 3rd at the World Championships in 2014. I think he actually recently just started streaming as well, so I'll link his Twitter and Twitch in the description below if you're looking for more high-quality VGC content. He definitely will provide it. He's an excellent player, like I mentioned, got top 4 at Worlds back in 2014, and overall just a really consistent player throughout the years. I think he's won 2 or 3 regionals at this point. He's qualified for Worlds pretty much every year. Definitely always a top threat to look out for at tournaments. So, pretty excited to be playing against him. Wonder if he knows about this team. Colin is super in tune with the VGC scene, so given that this team was able to top the ladder, I wouldn't be surprised if he knew all the tricks that this team has up its sleeve. One of the main things to watch out for is just the Tyranitar-Excadrill combination from the opposing side. Maybe this is actually an episode of Dynamax Rotom. The only threat to Rotom is the opposing Rotom-Wash. Could try to set up Trick Room, but that's easier said than done. I think Passimian could be quite good as well. Kind of like leading Rotom Passimian. Let's try Rotom Passimian. I don't think Gothitel's that good here, so I'm going to bring Chandelure because we've got the Focus Sash on that. For the last one, we could go with Vanillux. I guess that's not bad against Rotom. Yeah, okay, I don't really know how I feel about what I'm bringing here, but you know, I've been definitely making a bunch of mistakes with this team. Like, I played pretty bad yesterday in, overall, but I think the team carried us. Or at least I played bad in the beginning and had to make, like, better plays later on to get out of the holes that I was in. But Colin's a really, really good player, so excited to see how this goes regardless. So if you guys enjoyed, please share support by leaving a like in the video. I'd really appreciate it. And question of the day, I'm curious what you guys currently think about the state of the metagame. Obviously, we've been playing VGC 2020 for about, like, 2.5 months or so. So what do you think about things? How do you feel about it? Are you happy? Are you displeased? And where do you want to see the metagame go? Alright, it's going to be Togekiss Tyranitar, which actually isn't too bad for us, I think. I'm leaning towards just Dynamaxing Rotom outright and going for Max Lightning onto Togekiss. And just Brick-Breaking the Tyranitar. He actually really likely could Dynamax his Togekiss as well, I guess. I feel like Tyranitar doesn't really do anything here for him, actually. So I'm leaning towards Dynamaxing, Max Lightning, and I guess what I'm worried about, if it is Weakness Policy Togekiss, you could very easily Dynamax that right now, and then I'll be activating Weakness Policy. So looks like he is going to Dynamax Togekiss. It might have been better then to have just gone for, I don't know, I don't like Max Geysering. Like, maybe we could Dynamax the, oh no, it's going to be Tyranitar Dynamaxing. Okay, interesting. But slightly problematic because this means Tyranitar is faster than us, so Max Rockfall, I mean, obviously is going to do a ton. Well, the other problem is that I actually went for Iron Hit instead of Brick Break, so if Max Lightning just knocks out the Togekiss, then I'm just going to activate Weakness Policy on Tyranitar's end. So this is a slightly fast Tyranitar. I'm not sure Brick Break was knocking out anyway, though, but maybe, like, Knockoff would have been best, although that's not doing any damage to Togekiss. So we do Dynamax yet another Pokemon on this team, which is cool. He is just going to opt for Max Rockfall, okay, into Rotom, presumably. Yeah, that actually doesn't do too much, so it's a speedy... both Pokemon are quite speedy here. We get crit onto Rotom. Okay, get the Max Lightning off. See, this should KO. Yeah, but I don't think I actually wanted that, because now I think I'm going to end up activating Weakness Policy on Tyranitar's end, which makes this next turn super interesting. Although Brick Break, I don't think Brick Break's knocking out anyway, but I'd rather still just get as much damage off there as possible. Yeah. But no Weakness Policy, okay. Huh, I wonder if that's Scarf Tyranitar that just opted to Dynamax. That'd be interesting. You'd probably bring out Excadrill now. Yeah, or okay. Own Rotom also makes some sense. I'd like to get a free Switch It into Vanillux, ideally. We could just go for, like, Max Guard. And like, Max Guard and go for Brick Break. Although I think Might double up onto Pessimian here. You have to double up to knock it out, actually. So I think I'm actually content going for Max Geyser and just Break. Because I think it's likely that I get doubled up into. It's actually going to be Max Darkness coming out, though. Okay, that's interesting. Because that is also going to activate my... It's going to lower my special defense, so that probably knocks me out, I guess, with Leaf Storm. I guess we'll have to see. I was going to say, it activates Defiant on Pessimian's end. Leaf Storm? Okay. Yeah, that is enough to get the knockout. Okay. That's fine, though. Yeah, I'll take that, all things considered. That was a cool play, because if we max guarded, we just get a free Break into Tyranitar. But I thought you might have considered doubling up onto that slot. Okay. I think Vanilla should outspeed here. So I'm leaning towards just bringing Vanillux out right now. Yeah, if I max guard Break, I mean, you just knock out Tyranitar there, I think. Because you don't get the special defense drop, and without the special defense drop, I don't think Pessimian goes down there. So that was a nice play. Leaning towards just clicking Blizzard. Like Max Geyser, Tyranitar. Or Vanillux is faster than Rotom here, I believe. Oh, this isn't Focus Sash, though, I forgot. So Tyranitar probably outspeeds us. Never mind, this is actually really slow. I forgot the speeds of this team. You could probably max Rockfall to Vanillux and just Leaf Storm Rotom. I guess I protect Vanillux. I should have brought in Chandelure over Vanillux. I forgot that this Vanillux is super bulky and slow. So maybe setting up Trick Room was the right route this game. So there's Max Rockfall, yep. Yeah, so that's going to activate Weakness Policy, but the thing is Rotom's just knocking us out right now with the Leaf Storm. So the main problem in this game is that we were just outsped by everything. And yeah, I could have gone for the Max Guard play, but I was really expecting the double up into Pessimian. And I wanted to just trade damage there. He's actually going to Thunderbolt into Vanillux, okay. That gives us a fighting chance if this Max Geyser knocks out. Does it get the knockout? It does. Okay. Because now Rotom's at -2 special attack. And Rain being up means that Chandelure also keeps its Sash around. But, I don't know. I mean, the turn where I protected with Rotom, or I could have protected with Rotom, I don't know. I think if I Max Guard there and Pessimian just goes down, I lose too much momentum, so it's not a trade that's worth it. So it's Excadrill Rotom. I think we probably still lose here. Because Excadrill just wins, unless we can set up Trick Room somehow. But I think here you just Iron Head Vanillux. The problem is that I set up the Rain. But I think Excadrill probably has the Focus Sash anyway, so I don't think it really makes a difference. I guess if we got a double protect with Rotom. Because I'm going to protect and just go for Freeze Dry here. You probably just go for Volt Switch into Rotom, Iron Head into Vanillux. Yeah, I needed to probably play better around with Pessimian. Yeah. So I can bring in Chandelure now. And I think I just go for Trick Room. I double protect in Trick Room. I think that's my one out here. The other play, like I said, I could have just played better with Pessimian, either going for Brick Break the first time around Tyranitar. I was just worried about Togekiss Dynamaxing, but I think our play here is just to try to go for a double and Trick Room. Rotom does not get the double. Okay. So he's just going to Earthquake, which is super safe. If he wasn't sashed... I mean, Heat Wave wasn't KOing anyway. And Thunderbolt into Chandelure. Okay, nice play. Yeah, without Protect on Chandelure, that was, like, I don't think I had another option there. So the main thing in this game that was problematic is that we just got outsped by everything. And like I said, if I Max Guard there, I think we survive the Leaf Storm. We knock out the we lock out the Tyranitar with the Brick Break, and then it's 4-on-2. And then at that point, I think Rotom and Vanillix can just win the game. The main problem is that Tyranitar gave... sorry, Chandelure and Vanillix would win the game. The main problem is that Tyranitar gives too much problem to everything. So I need to prioritize to knock out Tyranitar faster. The fact that it outsped was pretty bad. Vanillix was slower, but I think I still bring out Vanillix in that position anyway. I don't know. I mean, if I bring out Chandelure, like, the rain is up, so I'm not doing that much damage. I guess I can threaten setting up Trick Room, though. Yeah, maybe what I should have also done was bring out Chandelure there in the late game. But, I call him play that super well, I think. And it shows some of the flaws of this team, where you are in, like, the mid-tier speed range, and so if you're not setting up Trick Room, you're often just getting outsped by things. So, yeah, definitely some good lessons learned from there. So, super well played to Colin. Go check him out. Like I said, he's all linked in the description below. So we're up against some pretty hyper-offensive stuff here with potential Fake Tier, some Grimmsnarl and Inteleon. There's Vanillix, potential Self-Weakness Policy, proc on Little Togekiss, and then Chandelure and Conkeldurr to round things out. Trigger Mount could be okay. If he goes Grimmsnarl and Inteleon, like... How do I want to approach setting up Trick Room is basically the question. I could just lead Gothitelle Chandelure. What I don't like about that is if my opponent leads just like... if you lead Grimmsnarl, I mean, Gothitelle Chandelure is alright here, I guess. The main question is always with this team is who do I want to Dynamax? Low-key, Grimmsnarl could actually be a great candidate to Dynamax in this match. I'm actually thinking about that. I think I'm going to go Grimmsnarl and Chandelure here. With... one of the reasons I want to bring Gothitelle specifically for that Conkeldurr. This is tough. I'm actually going to bring Gothitelle as well. I don't know, I mean... Vanillix is alright here, but I'm probably not going to Dynamax it. Like, Policy Vanillix is just a super interesting pick. We haven't really been able to get, like, too much mileage off it quite yet. So, let's see. I think here, Life Orb Grimmsnarl could actually just, like, one-shot a lot of things. So we'll see if we actually get to use that. It's going to be Grimmsnarl and Vanillix from my opponent's end, which I actually think is a great lead here for us. Because Chandelure isn't really threatened. I don't know who's faster between Grimmsnarls, but this is a pretty free Trick Room. And we should be up slower than everything. And maybe we Dynamax Grimmsnarl. I mean, I'm honestly thinking of Dynamax Grimmsnarl, Max Starfall into the Grimmsnarl, and Trick Room. Because I think Dynamax Grimmsnarl beats my opponent's entire team, and like I said, I wanted to Dynamax everything on this team. Vanillix switches out, which is great too. Maybe into Conkeldurr? What is that? No, into Chandelure. Okay. Yes, after not Dynamaxing Grimmsnarl yesterday, we are finally Dynamaxing it today. So that is all 6 Pokemon on this team having Dynamaxed in the span of 3 episodes. And what is this, like 8 games total now? Which I think is super cool. Like, we've literally Dynamaxed every Pokemon on this team once in the last 8 games. Okay. If Fake Out goes into Grimmsnarl, that would be so sick. Oh, let's go! Let's go! That feels so good. We one-shot the opposing Grimmsnarl. We set up Trick Room. We should be faster than my opponent under Trick Room because this is bulky Chandelure. I really wonder where the Focus Sash is on my opponent's team. No screen even goes up. Wow, that was like pretty much the ideal turn 1. That feels so good. I think my opponent was, trying to bait just like a Fake Out and maybe a Fire type attack. And yeah, you can see Chandelure is actually the slowest here. My opponent Chandelure is the fastest. So this is like perfect for us, right? I mean, we know Vanillix is in the back. That's not a super big threat. I think Vanillix is more likely to carry the Focus Sash, especially if it's switching out there, than Chandelure. But we can pretty easily go for... Let's see what comes back out. It's just going to be Vanillix coming back out. I am more than okay with that. We could very easily just go for a Max Darkness here onto Chandelure. And just a... I think it's going to be Sashed Vanillix anyway. So I think I'm just going to Shadow Ball it here. I'm worried about activating Weakness Policy. As crazy as that seems, yeah, I mean, Weakness Policy is becoming a thing now. I guess we also could have just Shadow Balled the Chandelure there, but he doesn't Dynamax. Shadow Ball does like 70%. And Max Darkness here will, yeah, should pick up the knockout here. Beautiful. Yeah, I mean, we could have swapped things around there, I guess, in terms of who we're targeting. I guess Channeler's not surviving anyway, so maybe that would have been smarter. Aurora Veil here? No, just Blizzard. Okay. The great thing is you can't even freeze us right now because of Misty Terrain. Yeah, so Dynamax and Grimmsnarl was perfect for us. Okay, even if it's Conkeldurr as the last one, I think we're in a pretty good spot. Especially because Vanillux is obviously just one attack away from getting knocked down, and you're probably not going to Dynamax. That doesn't even look like Conkeldurr. No, it's Inteleon, yeah. Wow. Awesome. Let's see, we still have 3 turns of Trick Room, so we've got a lot of room to work with, especially with Rotom and Gothitelle in the back. I think it's pretty safe here. Max Darkness is actually better here, just for the special defense drop. So let's go for Max Darkness onto Inteleon, and just go for a Shadow Ball here onto Vanillux. Because Trick Room is set up, I just don't think we lose now. So Inteleon, I think Dynamaxes, but my opponent didn't really lead anything to counter the Trick Room, and they might have been not have been anticipating it super hard. And I'm sure they weren't anticipating offensive Grimmsnarl, so yeah, really, really glad we get to use that. And this was like the perfect game to demonstrate why it can be so good, especially because it does often draw in these fake outs on turn 1, especially if the opposing Grimmsnarls like have a little bit of speed investment. Okay, so we'll knock out Vanillux. Inteleon probably gets a KO this turn, but with the special defense drop on Inteleon, we have literally everything on this team can one-shot it. Not one-shot it, but finish it off, basically, after the Max Darkness special defense drop. And that does so much damage. This Life Orb Grimmsnarl was an absolute monster for us. I mean, it was able to basically get the one-hit KO on the opposing Grimmsnarl, and basically effectively pick up, like, 2 knockouts, if you add up all the damage that it did. So, Max Geyser gets a KO, but we've got Energy Ball on both Gothitelle and Channeler and Thunderbolt on Rotom, so we can play this in however number of ways. I mean, he's probably going to try to double Max Guard, I guess. There's just no way for it to really win, because, yeah, you just don't do enough damage in enough time. So, we'll just bring out Rotom here, and just go for Thunderbolt. It would have been really difficult for my opponent to win after turn 1, to be honest, unless they had Conkeldurr. But even with Conkeldurr, like, it doesn't really knock out Dynamax Grimmsnarl. So, yeah. We go with our gut, and it ends up paying off in this game. Still thinking about that last game. I don't know if they were, like, hard misplays. Turn 1, maybe Brick Breaking is better, but I don't know if Togekiss Dynamaxes. I guess... I actually don't know the calc onto Togekiss there with Magnet on Rotom. I don't think we're KOing, though. So, I mean, we're probably activating Weakness Policy anyway, if it Dynamaxes. So there's no point in Iron Heading there, unless the Togekiss targets Rotom with the Max Starfall. Alright, we're going to find our third opponent of the day, running a very similar team, actually, to Colin's team that we played in that first round. So, let's see. I think, like, my mistake in that first round was basically not playing with Pessimian well enough, and I think we're going to Dynamax Pessimian in this game. The question is, what else we bring? How easy is it to set up Trick Room here? The problem with leading the Trick Room mons is that they're pretty weak to Tyranitar. We could go Grimmsnarl for Fake Out, but I don't know if that really does us much help. Could go Gothitelle, Chandelure, Pessimian in the back. Rotom is not bad here, especially because it does pressure Togekiss the most. Vanillux changes the weather, but I don't think that really offers us much because it still just loses to Tyranitar and Excadrill. So I think I'm going to go with the standard lead of Gothitelle, Chandelure here with Pessimian and Rotom in the back. Rotom is also a decent candidate to Dynamax here. Yeah. Wait, have we Dynamax Rotom yet? We did, in the first game. Yeah, what was I saying? I was thinking about how we just were talking about Dynamaxing every Pokemon. Sometimes my short-term memory is just really bad. Okay. So, I think this time I'm going to be Dynamaxing Pessimian, because I think one of the reasons we lost that first round was, we didn't necessarily need to Dynamax Pessimian to win the first round, but Dynamaxing just makes it super, super bulky. Looks like it is Tyranitar Excadrill. No, sorry, Dragapult Excadrill. Okay. This is pretty scary. The thing is, I can set up Trick Room, but something's probably getting KO'd here. For example, if you Dynamax Dragapult, go for target into Gothitelle, like, do you... This is super tricky. Like, I could fake out the Excadrill, but that could choose the Dynamax instead. What are the odds, like, both Pokemon survives this turn? Because I really actually want to, like, one thing I'm considering is double Trick Rooming here. Because I think it's very likely one Pokemon goes down, but you cannot knock out both. I think I might actually go for this. The only downside is if you go for, like, I don't know, Shadow Ball into Gothitelle. I think you have to knock out one of these two, though. And you probably prioritize the Chandelure. So let's see what Dynamax is. I'm expecting Excadrill. If it's not, that's kind of frustrating because I could have then gone for the Fake Out on Excadrill on Trick Room. But I don't think it's worth Fake Outing here because Excadrill can Dynamax. And it does Dynamax, yeah. Okay. Hoping for a double up into one of the two Pokemon. There's Shadow Ball. Okay, into Chandelure. Show me Max Quake into that too, and it would be great. If he Max Quakes the Gothitelle, I'm going to be super sad. Oh, that's a play too. Max Rockfall. Into Chandelure. Okay, good. That's even better because you don't get a boost there onto the Excadrill. You set up the Sand, which means that the Dragapult takes recoil damage there as well. I think that play is just worth going for because I think you almost always double into one of the two Pokemon there. You just can't knock out both effectively. So we get Trick Room up. We also see it's not Life Orbed on the Excadrill, so that's important information. Okay. So we could bring out Passimian here. I think we'll go for that. We've got Max Darkness on this thing too. There's two plays we can make here. We could Max Darkness, which lowers the special defense, which helps out because there's Rotom in the back, or there's the potential of just Psychic and like Max Steel Spike, which gives us a defense boost. Yeah, I'm gonna go for the Max Steel Spike, I think, because that covers a switch into Tyranitar or Togekiss too, but no switch out. Okay, so this time around we're Dynamaxing Passimian as opposed to Rotom. We also could have just brought out Rotom and Dynamaxed here, I guess, but the Excadrill's probably sashed anyway, so we want to just stall out its Dynamax right now. So we've got an extra turn of Dynamax, and more importantly, we have Trick Room up too. I suspect Togekiss is going to be in the back, though. Okay, so no Protect from Dragapult. Psychic and Max Steel Spike should get the knockout here. It's weird seeing Psychic do so much damage, but this Gothitell's a little bit more offensive. Okay, so that's good. We get the KO. And a defense boost. Excadrill, I would think, wants to target Passimian here. It's going to go for a Max Steel Spike of its own. Yep. Into Passimian. Yeah, it doesn't do very much. Problem is if there's crit Togekiss in the back. I'm worried about getting critted. If it's not Babiri Berry, though, Psychic and Steel Spike might KO it. I feel like Togekiss is probably in the back. It also could be weakness policy Excadrill, which is why I did not want to just go for... that looks like Togekiss, right? Yeah, which is why I didn't want to just go for Max Fighting into that. If we could knock out Togekiss here, that would be grand. So I'm leaning towards just going for Psychic. And... I'm really worried about... I mean, I feel like one of these two probably has the weakness policy. If it is offensive Togekiss, can you survive a Max Steel Spike and Psychic? You might be able to, honestly. I think I'm just going to gamble and go for it, though. Okay, so let's see. No Protect. It's really good damage from Psychic, honestly. It's not Babiri Berry either, so let's see if this does enough to knock out Togekiss. Nice. That's huge for us. Yeah, it wasn't a crit either. That looks like more offensive then. That's huge though, because we're at +2 defense now on both, and it's my opponent's last turn of Dynamax. He's going to go for another Max Steel Spike. Okay, into Passimian, but yeah, that does nothing. And now, more importantly, Dynamax ends on Excadrill's end, so we get one more turn of Dynamax. Probably going to go for Max Fighting. The thing about this matchup is I think I just need to set up Trick Room. And, like, I played the first game not super well, so... given that the archetype was pretty similar, I felt like a Pessimian-focused comp was better, as it's Tyranitar, which is exactly what we want to see here. Okay. I believe there's still 2 turns of Trick Room, which is huge. Yes. We're at +2 defense with both. Because we're at +2 defense, I'd rather just knock out the Tyranitar here, I think, especially because it's not Mold Breaker Excadrill. So I'm going to just Max Knuckle and Energy Ball Tyranitar. We might Protect here, but then we can just knock it out next turn with the Brick Break. I think we should win now with Pessimian Rotom, but my opponent's plays are basically to go for Protects on the right Pokemon. If Tyranitar, however, does not Protect this turn, then we just outright win the game. The other play, I guess, is to double up into Excadrill, but at +2 defense, we're not really threatened by Excadrill. Tyranitar does correctly go for the Protect, though, so good play there. Yeah, and Excadrill doesn't Protect. So if we targeted Excadrill there, then we would have just won the game, but Tyranitar's the bigger threat. So now I guess my opponent goes for the double Protect this next turn. Max Knuckle still does a ton of damage there. And Pessimian, let's see, is it weakness policy too? Pessimian being +2 defense means, like, we take attacks from the opposing side really well. He's just clicking Earth. Okay, wait, yeah. Oh, sorry, that was Excadrill Earthquaking. But more importantly, you saw that there is no weakness policy on Tyranitar, which is a huge deal. Yeah. I guess you probably just go for the double again. So I'm gonna Energy Ball and Brick Break. And if they don't get the double Protect, we just win the game. I guess I can't gamble on doubling up into Excadrill, though. He does go for the double. Excadrill actually didn't end up Protecting. If they get the double Protect there, then we might actually be in a tough position. I mean, the odds are primarily in my favor there, but I could have made a more read-based game to, like, close things out here. Oh, it's Swords Dance. Interesting. Okay, I don't think that's enough to save my opponent at this point, though. If anything, they maybe should have gone for it last turn to put on more pressure. Because now it's basically +2 against +2 Excadrill and attack and against +2 on defense, so we can just go for Trick Room again here. And Brick Break, yeah. I don't even think +2 Earthquake knocks out with our defense. He's going for Rock Slide flinches. That's actually the smartest play. If you double flinch here, you might win the game. Pessimian flinches. Oh my god. No way. Well, I don't think +2 Rock Slide knocks out. So I think we still just Trick Room and Brick Break, but no way. I don't think EQ knocks out Pessimian here. Oh, he's just going for Rock Slide again. Okay. I feel like at that point it's better to just click Earthquake. That was so scary though. Wait, actually Brick Break doesn't KO here, does it? Ooh, do we flinch? We just activated weakness policy. That could have been really scary. I'm not sure even +4 Rock Slide knocks out Rotom though, and we just click Foul Play to win. But that was my opponent's out. So I feel like I played this pretty well, but it was kind of a ugly ending here. I think I probably could have played the end game a little bit better on my end. Oh my goodness, that was stressful. Well played by my opponent. Swords Dance, Rock Slide, Weakness Policy. Yeah, like I said, I thought it might have been Weakness Policy, Excadrill, which is why I did not want to target into it this entire time. But I feel like Brick Break Trick Room is still the correct play to go for there in the late game. And I don't think +4 Rock Slide from Excadrill knocks out Rotom anyway. So foul play, as long as you don't flinch us, then we win the game. But you would need like multiple flinches / crits to win that end game. But props to my opponent for bringing it back. I mean, if I just double into Excadrill in the last turn of Dynamax, we win. But I didn't want to like double up into it, activate Weakness Policy, and then have Tyranitar Crunch to knock out Gothitelle. Yeah, because then if Excadrill gets the double Protect, I felt like Excadrill getting the double and Weakness Policy was worse than Tyranitar. But yeah, that was a crazy, crazy endgame. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, if you did, please show your support by leaving a like. Check out the team, of course, if you want. It's a rental team. Go check out Colin, our first opponent. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. We've Dynamaxed every Pokemon on this team, but we still have a lot more room with it to play with. I'm still improving with it, and I'm having a lot of fun. So yeah, thanks for watching again, guys, and I'll see you soon. All right, peace.